Welcome to Immersive Media's channel problem. This content provides a diagnostic for media planning in the Immersive channel.
The intended audience is brand-side marketers, agency professionals with media functions, and endemic stakeholders who interact with those groups. That said, let's get started.
The Immersive channel has no description. No definition specifies what qualifies as an immersive media environment, what consumer behavior evidence the channel uniquely produces, or what boundary separates it from adjacent advertising. Activations get bundled under gaming with no standard for comparing them, and recommendations get made on grounds external to the planning function.
This video stages that failure and its correction. There are two roles at play, the strategy lead and the media planner. Both are working through 3 activations due in a recommendation by close of business Friday. The planner can't compare them. The conversation surfaces why, names the structural condition, and applies a resolution. The planning protocol the immersive channel currently lacks.
In this scenario, I am Sheila, a media planner preparing a quarterly recommendation. 3 activations are on the table, all sitting in what the agency currently calls gaming. A branded in-game item drop inside a major free-to-play title with native instrumentation, tracking pickup, equip, and in-session use. A custom-built brand experience hosted inside a user-generated content UGC platform world with platform-native tracking of entry, dwell, interaction sequences, and re-entry. A sponsored creator-led playthrough on a streaming platform with the creator's gameplay session built around the brand's product. I must recommend include, exclude, or reallocate across the 3. The conversation happens in a working session, not a presentation.
I play the role of Joshua, the strategy lead, who is responsible for reviewing Sheila's recommendation before it goes to the advertiser. The roles stay asymmetric. Sheila is operating inside the current category framing, gaming as a single channel, and surfaces what working under it feels like. My role applies a protocol the planner doesn't yet have. Let's see how things unfold.
The in-game item drop reports KPIs about how the audience interacts with the branded item. The UGC brand world reports audience behavior on the branded surface. The creator playthrough reports viewership and social KPIs. The brief asks for a gaming channel recommendation. All 3 vendors pitched as gaming. None of the reports line up. How should I compare them?
I see. The comparison problem is more than different metrics. Those activations may or may not be producing evidence of the same channel behavior. Let's diagnose this a step at a time. To produce an effective recommendation, each activation must be slotted in its proper media category. Gaming is often mistaken as a synonym for immersive media. However, a boundary separates immersive from adjacent gaming channels. Immersive's distinguishing claim, direct behavioral observation of pre-conversion funnel stages captured by native instrumentation within a unified evidentiary environment, has been allowed to attach to any activation described as gaming.
That makes sense. The item drop is operating inside a game environment, with native instrumentation observing direct behavioral response to the brand's presence. Pickup, equip, in-session use. That fits the claim. The UGC brand world is itself an environment with native instrumentation observing direct behavioral response. Entries, dwell, interaction sequences, re-entries. That fits the claim too. However, the creator playthrough is reporting audience attention metrics. It observes viewer behavior toward the creator's content, not direct behavioral response to the brand's presence. The KPIs aren't evidence viewers watched and/or engaged because of the brand. That does not fit the claim. So, the resolution wasn't to reject the creator activation, it was to sort it. 2 of the 3 activations sit inside the immersive channel. The 3rd belongs to an adjacent channel that's currently being bundled with them because no description distinguishes them.
Exactly, Sheila. The diagnosis is a working protocol. You apply it operationally to help drive planning decisions across the channel. Without the protocol, planning can't recognize which channel is being slotted. Everything looks like different flavors of gaming.
I can apply the protocol through 3 steps. First, I use the category boundary to determine which of the options is and is not immersive media. After that, I can compare the 2 immersive options on consistent terms. Both operate inside qualifying immersive environments, both produce direct behavioral evidence captured by native instrumentation, both can be evaluated against the same standard the channel is geared to produce. The first 2 steps make it clear that the 3rd activation is a real gaming activation that may belong in the plan, but it belongs in a different channel and gets evaluated on different terms.
Spot on. Without the protocol, all three were going to be recommended or declined on grounds external to the planning function. Instinct, precedent, vendor relationship, internal politics, because there was no instrument to test whether they belonged together in the first place. With the protocol, planning could sort the bundle, compare the activations in the same channel on terms it actually specifies, and route the activation that doesn't to the channel where it can be properly evaluated.
I was about to compare 3 activations that weren't comparable. Now I can compare the 2 that are, and reroute the third activation to be evaluated against our creator channel, standard. That's the protocol I was missing. Moving forward, I can apply it to gaming media options or any brief, which could leverage gaming media to satisfy client objectives.
That concludes Immersive Media's channel problem. This content was brought to you by the Gaming Marketing Institute, an innovative initiative committed to clarifying and simplifying gaming marketing practice.
Thank you for taking the time to complete the video. Please stay tuned for more from the Gaming Marketing Institute. Goodbye and take care.